back for the infamous No Lives podcast, episode 2. We're here with all the boys. We got Armageddon, Frosty Cubes, the infamous Glaz, and Dark Rogue. We have everyone here. We're going to be talking about exams and culminatings as one of them because we just got done them and how much bullshit that was. And we have a few things that we're going to be getting into. And yeah, so do you want to start off with that?
No one say the N-word. Alright, we're live. We haven't been live in a while. No one say that shit.
Okay,
It's been a while.
I'm Christian, so I'm a nun, so I live my life by Jesus.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
And I'm
so,
black, so
how do you guys feel about all that with the culminatings and that? Because I know,
It was
like,
gay,
we were
it was
all
stupid,
losing
and I'm
our
never
shit
doing
with
it
it.
again, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's
dropping
pretty
out of
shit
high
to be
school.
honest.
It was postponed.
I'm dropping out.
2 different days.
Okay, I
Yeah,
had to
shut
do
up,
2
alright?
in
You
one
had
day.
the eve. So? Bro, listen.
It was bullcrap. I didn't get to go home.
Yeah, we're gonna go one by one, starting with Doug.
Oh, okay. My culminators my culminators were super stressful. Like, dude, I had to do my English one wasn't that bad, but then I had to do 2 culminating for like 2 separate classes, and I had like the last day to do it, and I was doing it. I did the whole culminating, and then my PowerPoint crashed, and I was so angry because it didn't save. I was so mad, so I restarted my thing to redo it. And as soon as I start, my whole computer freezes. So I got really mad and I like broke all my keys on my keyboard and I had to put them all back in, and it was really shit. So yeah, that sucked. But then with exams, I don't know, my English one was really easy, but my physics one was pretty hard. Like my physics one was like I had to sit and think for a good amount of time on some questions. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like I remember like comparing it to my other exams that I've had from previous years. My English one was nothing, and my physics was like probably the hardest exam I've ever done. But yeah, it wasn't bad. Okay, next person.
Okay, let's go with Nick.
Oh, mine?
Yeah, then we'll go with Zach,
Okay.
Eric, and then we'll end it off with me.
My culminatings, I had like freaking 5 days. I had this teacher for 2 classes, and I had 5 parts for each class, due in 5 days, and there were like all like 5 essays, and I'm autistic,
that's
so I
horrible.
can't do an essay in a day. So I pretty much just snuck my freaking culminating home because I'm a rebel. And
What a savage, dude.
I know,
Yeah.
man.
Finds
No,
our teacher watches podcast.
like, my exams were supposed to start last Thursday and Friday, but I had snow days all throughout that week, so they got postponed to this week, and I found it pretty stupid because I had 2 in one day and I didn't get to play COD. So yeah.
That-
No, one I had to make a table for it, and it turned out really crappy because I'm not really good at making tables. Right, and then again, I don't really care. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Good news.
Okay, so Zach, I know because your cheat sheet, you're gonna probably have a little bit to say about that because you were fuming after you just walked out and gave me this look of I'm pissed. So go on about your stuff.
Kids having flashbacks.
Yeah.
Wait, you're allowed to make a cheat sheet? That's bullcrap.
I am
I
too.
was too.
Not assuming if it's legal.
Mercy pat.
I've never heard that term before, and I actually really like it.
Mercy pass. Just
To be honest,
Bro.
I got mercy pass, but I'll explain that later.
That's sucks, dude. That is actually
Straight
horrible.
up.
You got
He-
bamboozled.
He came out of the door and just stared at me, and immediately I knew he was not happy. So I'm like, what? And he's like, the fucking nothing was on it. He was pissed. What? And he's like, nada.
That's why you make illegal cheat sheets. Because they work.
How does that... Huh. Give me the
Put
answers.
them in your pants.
Just
and then...
kidnap an Asian kid.
Huh?
No.
Give me answers!
Yeah, what-
Kidnaps you.
One time I kidnapped Douglas, I stuck him in my pants. Or what?
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 When did that happen,
What?
Alex?
What? I don't know.
That's not really productive.
Yeah, how are they gonna help you there, huh? They get shit in their mouth. Alright, anyway.
Okay, so... Well, do you
Anyways,
have
I'm
anything
not
more
gay,
to
by the
say,
way.
Zach, before Eric starts going? Okay, so Eric,
What'd you say?
just
No.
have some
I
fun.
do not.
He's...
It's like a hentai game.
Okay, Eric, go.
Yo, can we share play?
Eric, go on about your culminatings and exams.
Guys, I think Eric is gone. I think he died.
Eric, did you commit suicide?
I got the luckiest and unluckiest thing for my exam and culminating. And it was the fact that I got mercy passed. For the sole purpose of...
He's
I
stealing that
failed-
term. Get him.
No, I'm trademarking it. It's mine now. Oh my god, you
Yo,
wait.
he just...
He actually
Did I
is share playing.
I did it!
just-
I did it! I got it! I got in! Okay, anyways, go. No, Eric, go. Eric, keep going. Eric, keep going. Keep going.
Zachary just share
Eric,
play.
continue. Continue.
I can't breathe.
Continue.
Eric, go.
No, I got mercy passed for the sole purpose of I failed my exam awfully. Like, it was so
That's-
stupid.
Not good.
No, I studied for it.
No, Nick.
It
No,
was-
failing's good.
I pulled a Zach on this, but it was a literal one. Nothing I had on my cheat sheet, literal nothing, was on the exam. None of it.
Did you have
When you
illegal
get
cheat
swooped
It
and
was.
whooped. When you get
And-
swooped and whooped.
I failed the class. By technicality, I should have failed the class. But the day of my very last exam, I run all the way up to the class to see if my teacher for math is up there. I go, hey, can I do this culminating real quick? I need like X amount of questions done. Can I get it done within like 20 minutes and be done? It took me an hour to finish it, and she passed me by 2%.
Oh my
Good
God.
for you.
Because I did so awful on that exam, but yet so well on the culminating that it just counteracted each other and made it go down by 2.
Doug, were you
See.
actually share playing?
Yeah.
That
No, I wanna
that's
play. Invite me.
that's the best clutch, but at the same time, that was a risky boy. Also, so
That just leaves you.
culminate. Yeah, I'm trying to think for my culminatings because really my one culminating was drama culminating, and that wasn't that bad. I didn't have a math culminating. Personal life management was really weird.
Why would
Zach?
you do for it?
What you had to do,
He
it's
can't get his life
Zach.
together.
Zach, explain it a little bit, because you're the
Oh,
one that
shit.
paid attention more to it than me. Personal
Yeah,
life
personal life
management,
management.
culminating, PLM.
Zach, is that free?
What,
What, Doug?
Okay.
no, Zach, yeah, what was on your exam? Because I've never taken that class before. Or your culminating, sorry. Yeah, your
Game is
culminating.
playing.
Oh, that sounds easy.
Well, yeah, even though me and Zach almost failed the class.
How do you fail a life management class?
Be me and Zach!
You can't manage your own life. Why do I keep dropping shit? What?
Yeah, we thought she was sexist, and at the end of the year, we straight up realized, huh, we should have done some work. Like straight up.
Wait.
Why are you failing?
That's me though. I sat there and I was
Yeah,
like,
because
my teacher's
that was
such
our
a sexist
excuse.
because I'm failing and every other one of these girls is.
but you just ended up failing.
No, we didn't fail that we know of.
Okay, but
I'll let you
blamed
know.
it on sexism.
Yeah. Because we're like, nah, we do work. No, we don't.
You are like, this is like, oh my god, you count
Okay.
sexism.
This, I'd say, wait, Doug, do you have any subjects? Does anyone else have any subject that
What
they
the
want
hell are
to
you
talk about?
playing, Zach?
Not
Because-
really, except for the fact that Zach is playing some freaking hentai game right now.
I'm not too sure if
Zach,
Eric
get
had an
your finger
idea
off of there.
for the pure fact of
Zach,
I know,
Zach, move your finger away.
Nick, you know the Nancy story, wasn't you the one that wanted to tell it?
Yeah. It was Nick. It
Oh.
was Nick.
But no,
okay,
save it for a little bit. Save it for a little bit. Save it for a little bit longer. I'm trying. That's why I'm saying like ideas. If anyone else has ideas, because we do have all communities are switching to battle royale. It's something that all of us play separate games. Zach plays not battle royale. Sorry, Battlefield. I play Fortnite. Doug, you play Blackout. I play Blackout as well. Like all of us played a lot of different games, so we can kind of have a idea of how this is with
I'm a
all the
campaign
games.
game player, heavily.
So any ideas that you'd like to pitch, like Eric and that, because you were saying with ideas earlier, you had something.
Okay,
Can
so
I-
with the Battle Royale thing, first off, it's stupid and ruining every single game. Black Ops 4 didn't need it. Sure, they did an okay
I don't-
job. They didn't need it.
They
I
Battlefield
did.
don't
5
think they
was the
I
last
don't
one
think they're
that
saying
needed
that.
it.
I don't think it's ruining every game, but it
No,
like
but it's
Here.
taking over. Like, it just
Here,
infects everything.
Eric,
Everything needs a Battle
go
Royale.
on your little
Fallout
tangent,
76.
and then other people go on, so that people don't like
Yeah.
can actually
Can I
hear.
interrupt for a second?
Well,
Wait,
no.
I just want to say something, please. I'm just watching Zach destroy this
I was
woman.
watching it too.
Okay.
Eric, go
But
on.
Eric,
This is okay.
yeah.
Okay,
No, but in my opinion, it infects everything because, like, for example, Battlefield 5 is the last game that needs it. Fallout 76, when it got, like, first brought out, everyone was like, yo, we should make it a Battle Royale game. No, that's not what Fallout is. It is the furthest thing from that. Campaign, yes. The online multiplayer aspect was great because, yeah, that's
It sounded like a good
idea.
concept. It sounded like a good concept
Like,
of the game and how you
still
described it
is.
to me.
It's just that people hate it because everyone was like, oh yeah, it's not New Vegas 2, so we're gonna hate on it. Or it's not made by Obsidian, the original creator of Fallout. But yeah, Bethesda's like, you know what, we're gonna try and hit some like multiplayer things so you can actually enjoy Fallout with friends, which in my opinion, it isn't that bad. I played it, I've enjoyed it. I suck at it, but Fallout 76. It's a good game, but like everyone hates it for the sole purpose of there's no battle royale.
Here,
and
on
it's
that
made by Bethesda.
on that note, Doug will get into this.
No,
Here, I'll say this.
Let
Zach speak, but I know Doug's gonna want to get on the topic of it's a good game, but everybody hates it. As you were saying, everybody hates the game that they're playing lately. That's something that you've been on about, and we
Yeah.
haven't really talked about.
It's because it's an online game and a campaign base.
What was their development period?
Well, like it was 3 or 4 months since they announced it, and then they dropped it. No, it's not the exact same creatures.
Zach, could you hold up for a quick second so I could can I just say
It's
something
same
that
engine.
Eric said? Eric said that how many months did you say after they announced it?
No,
it
yeah.
It was
dropped.
like 4 or 5 months.
Not
after
announcement.
That's
because
an issue.
And no, announcement is always different. No. Announcement is always different than game release because obviously, like, you look at a game with BO4. I'm just using that as an example because that's what I'm
Yeah.
familiar with. BO4 was announced last year in March, I believe, like around there. But really, this game has been in development since BO3, so it's been like 3-ish years, I'd say, around. So,
Yeah,
like,
This
Black
has been
Ops
in
you
4
can't
had
say it's
3
been
years.
in development for
Shortly
3
after.
months. So,
No,
like, how long has...
but like that was since the announcement. But Fallout 4.
Just give us a rough
I'm
year
sure-
estimate, like time estimate.
Yeah, how many, yeah.
Give me a second to think real quick.
Do you want me to just search it up?
No, I can remember. It was somewhere around, I wanna say, I was gonna say about 2016, but I actually had to search it up, and it was November 10th, 2015 when released.
Okay, so like
So
2015.
about 3.5
That's 4.
years.
Yeah, 3.5, 4 years. Yeah.
They should have done a
that's not
better
bad.
job. They should have done a better job with that amount of time. Because look at what
It's
Treyarch
legit-
does.
Well,
Wow,
literally though,
I wouldn't say
it's
that.
the-
I wouldn't use that example with this.
Fair. Look at
Not with this
BO4.
game. Not
Black
with
Ops
this game.
3. Black Ops 3. Yes. Black Ops 4.
Far Cry. No.
Not even
Far
BO3.
Cry.
I won't
Perfect
even say
example, Far
BO3.
Cry. Far Cry 4 to Far Cry 5. Amazing
No, like
difference.
if you're talking
Far Cry
about
5
COD,
was released about like a year ago. Now they've announced New Dawn, which is the continuation of Far Cry 5, which is after a nuclear blast that the main antagonist pulls as like a suicide attempt when you and him are in the bunker. And it's literally been a year and about a year and a half since Far Cry 5 was made, like released. Far
Nick,
Cry
what's
4,
your
I believe,
opinion
was,
on
like,
that after it's done?
2016 or something. And I think Far Cry Far Cry 3 was approximately, I want to say 2014, 2013.
yeah, not like I think with Dalton when Dalton you said about COD, like, not you said BO3 is a good example. I still don't think like BO3 as a whole game is really good.
Yeah, I'm saying
But
as
you
a
have-
whole game.
No, but I don't think they use their development time wisely either. I don't think any Treyarch COD has done that since like BO1.
Dude, Call of Duty Ghosts
just because-
bestiality.
Shut the fuck. No, just because if you look at it, like BO3 is a perfect example of making a really good map like Shadows. Well, I'm not even talking about zombies as a whole game. So you have the multiplayer, which was really good in my opinion, but
In
some
its
people
time,
hate
it was really good in the fact
campaign,
that they did exo boost better than Advanced Warfare.
yeah, better than they were forced to by Activision to make Exo Boost, and I think they did it well. But
They
you
worked with
have
what they had.
a campaign that is so-so, a zombies mode with one map, which was Shadows. The Giant doesn't count; it's a remaster. It was not.
Oh, you're talking
like,
you're talking just the base game, no DLC.
Yeah, no, because you're saying like how using their development time wisely. Treyarch, I'm like if you're gonna compare it to BO4, use the same standards. So like when it came out, so like BO3 is a perfect example of
BO4
having
had
not-
more stuff to do on
Yeah,
launch.
no. Here's the thing though, BO3 had less stuff to do on launch, but the content given was way better. BO4 had way more to do, but it was more quantity, less quality.
Blood and 9 are really the best maps.
Yeah, you look at Voyage and the way that Voyage is done, and it was just if they had more time, I think they could have done better. But
Voyage
it's just
is
like
hectic.
they chose in Black Ops 4 they chose
Quantity over quality.
but in BO3 they chose quality over quantity by having only one map. So it's that kind of thing with development. I think you need to find like a good balance between the two, which Call of Duty hasn't exactly found yet. Because like the way that Call of Duty has been doing its DLC and the way that it's been doing its just how the game is made hasn't been a good balance of either. It's either been one or the other. But yeah, with I don't know much about Fallout 76 and like all that.
I've never played
all
it
that jazz.
once.
But if they have 3 years, like 3 years is a good amount of time, or 4 years, that's a good amount of time to do.
Well, no, see, though, it wasn't started in development for that time, though. Like, it was probably about 2 years, I'd say, or even approximate. For Fallout 76, considering they didn't just jump out of Fallout 4 and drop it into...
Well, it's not like
they're-
there's like two people. It's not like there's 2 people in the studio that only focus on one. Like they definitely have different teams
Yeah, I know,
doing
but,
like developing
it took-
simultaneously. Like every game has that.
No, but see, Fallout 76 was like a big, like, controversial thing for them in that studio. Because they are a heavily campaigned game that,
Yeah,
sure, they
I-
have mods that allow you to play with, like, a couple of friends here and there. But to release a game fully online without having the mods or anything to it,
Well, they still have a
that was
campaign,
a
right?
risky play. It still has a story. No, see, they have a main quest line that you can follow. You don't have to play with friends. People don't have to bother you. You can literally do the whole thing solo.
Here.
See, I think
Just,
when
it's
you say
not-
that's a
there's no
risky play,
NPCs.
I don't think that's a risky play at all. I think that's a safe play actually going online.
No, see,
Because obviously you have the there's obviously gonna be haters with that type of thing that are like, oh my gosh, the original's better.
75% of the like people.
Yeah,
or
like the thing is,
say 90.
the thing is, people now much rather play an online game than play a story game. Just the average player, and so that's why I think and especially the lack of good story games now. Obviously, there's really good ones that I know of, like God of War and Spider-Man.
God
PS4,
of War is
really good ones
Last
that are
of Us
good, that
1.
are, yeah, those are
The
like
first
that.
one was amazing.
Well, no, I'm saying like in recent releases, like you have
Last of Us
God
2
of
is gonna be
War,
great.
Last of Us 2, Spider-Man PS4, like those are all really good story games. But
most games are like
prefer-
Call of Duty, Battlefield, Battlefront.
Yeah, because
online
and the main reason for that
MMOs.
is replayability, because you don't play a story game more than 2-3 times, at most 2-3 times.
Unless you're an
So-
achievement hunter.
4 times already.
Yeah, so I think it was way safer for a game studio. Again, I don't know anything about that, but just from like a perspective of outside, it's way safer to go online, even if your old games are story, than risk it with if you have a bad story, your whole game is thrown.
Well, see,
Like if you
here's
have a
where I'm
bad
gonna
story in an
explain something,
online,
though.
if you have a bad story in online, you can still make it up for having good gameplay.
Yeah,
and
you
that's
can.
the thing with online.
But see, here's where I'm gonna explain something though. So there was a game made by Obsidian, because Obsidian is the original creators of Fallout. Bethesda is just basically a tag-along / co to the game. So Bethesda made, I think, 3, 4, and 76, and I think Obsidian made 1, 2, and New Vegas. I could be wrong, but the game New Vegas was split off from that whole idea, really, because you didn't start in a vault in New Vegas. You started with your character wakes up because he was shot in the head, and then you basically just walk it off as if you're totally fine, nothing happened. You just talk to a guy. The story of it is it's garbage. Everyone will say it is the best Fallout game just because it's different. But the storyline, you can beat within like 16 hours total or less. Way less, I think. It's probably only like 8, really. The campaign sucked for being what it was. The side quests make it like way longer, obviously, for it being an open world type. But for a game that people have hyped up and said was the best Fallout game ever, they're wrong. For the sole purpose of, like, yeah, that's their opinion. I'm not going to say their opinion is wrong. But in, like, facts, they are wrong. Because Fallout New Vegas has no campaign. It is basically Fallout 76 campaign length. And it's an online game, but people hate Fallout 76 for using a Fallout 4 engine, which is still better than the Fallout 76 engine, and Fallout 4 was like 4 times longer than Fallout New Vegas. New Vegas and Fallout 4 do not use the same, like, graphics engine. Or, sorry, graphics and, No, because if you look at New Vegas, they have, like, some very choppy graphics. It looks like 3 more than anything, and Fallout 4 and Fallout New Vegas run on the same one. But Fallout New Vegas has the equivalent storyline of Fallout 76, just Fallout 76 has multiplayer and no NPCs.
Well, here's
So
the
every
problem with
player
that
you
also.
meet
If you're saying that people love the old equivalent to 76, and people are hating on 76, I feel like, and this is what I was going to talk about later too.
they're
it's
hating on it to hate it.
They're hating to hate, and I
Here,
really
what
strongly
we'll
dislike
do, because I can tell we're going to start getting into it, and I'll probably join in a little bit. I feel that me, you, and maybe Zach could probably get on this subject a little bit more. That's why, because I know Nick hasn't been saying much in a while, so I want to see all your reactions to the Nancy character story. Because we're about half hour in, and I think it'd be a pretty little fun break, and Nick might start howling his ass off. I know I might. It's a story that was made off of improv. Like, it started out stupid. I said, like, I was making up a lunch lady character, right? Like, just imagining the worst lunch lady ever. Like, the most
Nick, are you here?
disgusting one.
Wait,
yeah, he's here.
You missed
Yeah.
some parts. You missed some
Yeah,
parts.
no, I'm
okay?
saying, like, I was making the most disgusting lunch lady, and just imagine that of your conception, and let Nick tell you how I thought of it, and it's retarded.
I have a question. Is this podcast PG-13?
It's just a podcast to be fun. Yeah, like we can swear,
don't
but
say,
just
like,
know the
anything-
N-word.
don't-
The N-word
yeah,
is
don't
no.
Don't say anything
Okay,
like
okay.
racist or anything. But...
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's just
Nigerian words.
no, it's just a really weird like mindset. It's hilarious. Just go ahead.
Okay.
I'll sit here quiet and just try not to laugh.
I think it was me, Dalton, Trailer, and Teus all playing
Keenan. No, it was
Fortnite.
Keenan as well.
Was it Keenan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
Who
Trailer
is
and
Keenan replacing, Trailer or Teus?
Teus.
Teus.
Okay, so it was Trailer. If people watching don't know, that's one of
Our
Dalton's
friends.
old zombies friends, and
Yeah.
then, Keenan is someone that Dalton knows.
Yeah, he
His
was
Trailer's friend in real life.
yeah, they know each other.
Okay.
And so what happened is, we're playing some Fortnite. This is like I don't
Back
know,
in the
maybe
John
around-
Wick days.
Yeah, it was like January, February last year, and we're going to Tilted Tower because we're feeling a bit risky, and we look at that big gray building where everyone just gets dicked and they're all dying there, so we call that Nancy's sex dungeon.
I forgot about that. I forgot how the whole thing
God.
went, man.
Oh
then-
God.
I'm gonna have to
Everything's quiet.
make this
Okay, wait,
its
wait,
own
wait.
video. I'm gonna
Ev-
have to make the Nancy story its own video.
Everyone goes quiet, okay? And Don's like, yo, everyone land at Nancy's sex dungeon. And we're like, okay. Whatever. It's Dalton. And then he's like, yeah, Nancy will come up from the basement with a massive coconut balls that clack.
No,
And
no,
we're-
here, I'll say this. The whole idea was Nancy, imagine the worst lunch lady ever, right? Huge, fat, ugly, and kind of looks like a dude, has more facial hair than a Sasquatch's ass. Like, that's what Nancy looks like, and then
This is
What-
how he described it. last
what
week.
happened was Nancy's like this lunch lady, right? And she's just really disgusting. And when she feels scared, she gets into attack position. And what attack position
Look,
means?
Wait, what?
It's-
What is she
it's-
from? Street Fighter? Just like that one chick that.
Kind of. Okay, so
wait,
what
wait,
happens
wait.
is Nancy gets a solid base, right? She gets a solid base, and she gets into her stance, and as a defense mechanism, Nick, you can
Her
describe
clit
this.
turns into a black mamba cock.
And then out falls out two coconut-sized balls that sound like coconuts when they clack together, and it's like a clicker from Last of Us. That's how you can tell the distance. You can hear the clacking of them.
Oh my God.
Zach's
Oh
just
my
silent.
And
I
this
don't
is
know
so
why I tried to picture that. That's so gross.
black
Okay,
mamba
wait.
size.
Imagine an old woman who looks like a man that's hairy and has a
Nicknamed-
black mamba cock.
No, her nickname was just Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba. Fucking Mo Bamba.
God, dude. This
Zach,
is
it's like
so-
when we were
Okay.
playing Uno. It's like when we were playing Uno. That dude. But continue, Nick.
Oh.
Continue. Oh.
Oh, well, the rest of the game, Trailer was just disgusted at the fact of Nancy's Black Mamba coconut balls.
He ended up leaving. I'm not kidding.
so-
He left like a match or two after. They got sick and tired of that shit.
Trailer left a match or two after because he was disgusted.
Yeah, they got
And
sick
the
of
whole
me.
game, the whole game, Dalton goes, clack, clack, clack. Getting progressively louder. We're all screaming, giggling like little girls because we're retarded. and Triller just left. Like, he
No,
flat out left.
no, I wasn't going clack. I had like two things that I was hitting together. So like, let me see if I can find something that'll make the noise.
Don't just sit there, pulls out his stick, starts banging it against the desk.
Fucking swagger starts banging it against the desk. Yeah,
I was.
sounds like.
That's just me hitting a cup against my PlayStation controller.
Oh god.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
That's when she gets close.
Dude, it's like when you're playing freaking. Oh god, when you're playing, what is it, Dead by Daylight, and you just hear the heartbeat, and
Yeah.
when it gets closer to you,
Nancy's a killer in Dead by Daylight. You're welcome, Nexus. So happy.
It's the clown. Have you seen the clown in Dead by Daylight? That's the equivalent.
Yep.
Yo, that cloud's scary as hell, bro. Don't bring that crap up.
Yeah, true. No, have you
Dude,
guys played
it
against the
is the
doctor,
big-
the
Yo,
nurse,
I'll
whatever?
crap my
The one that
pants.
freaking
You
like
want me to crap my pants?
teleports and makes you see weird shit. I
Okay,
fucking
no,
hate
we
it.
should play custom games with that, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this because me, Doug, and Zach, I want us to get into this now, and Eric and Nick kind of throw in their opinions as we go. About the people at this point are just starting to hate the games that they play. Doug, I know you realize this more with Black Ops 4. Me, I kind of realized that a little bit with World of Warcraft and Star Wars: The Old Republic, how people are just, they're toxic. But the thing with MMOs, there's a percentage of the community that is consistently toxic, because the games live on for so long. So there's the toxic part, and then there's the good parts of the community. So MMOs and like first-person shooters are different. I don't know how
Oh
to
yeah,
really
they're
go
very
out.
different. Like if you look at the Call of Duty franchise, like you could say, oh yeah, there's always the people that hate, you know, and if you look in the past games, I'd say probably Black Ops 1 and before, like, but what was the game? What came out before BO2? Like what was the game before BO2?
It was a
Modern
Modern Warfare, I believe. I don't know. I don't remember before BO2.
Warfare 3?
It had to have been Modern Warfare. No, it was Modern Warfare 2, wasn't it? Because
No, I
No,
think it was.
I think it was the third one.
I think it was 3 because after
It was
BO2,
Infinity
BO2
War.
was Ghost, AW, BO3. So yeah, it's probably Modern Warfare
Advanced
3.
Warfare worse Call
But-
of Duty, though.
No,
Yeah.
but before BO2, I think that the waters were probably very calm in the Call of Duty community. Everybody loved the game they're playing. As soon as BO2
BO2?
came, and
Wait, what?
I
What Call of
don't
Duty?
want-
Sorry.
BO2 and forward, I think is where the toxicity came, and like it's at its worst now. But I think the main part, and I'm
BO3
I'm not talking
it
about
calmed
zombies.
down. It settled the fuck out with BO3.
No,
I feel
That's
like
because
think-
Chronicles, dude.
And Gord
No,
Crovey. Gord Crovey was a
I
huge
think-
thing, I feel.
No, yeah, and Horizon too, but
Mhm.
like, just look, just looking at the community, like I can safely say that it was probably before BO2, and I'm mainly talking about zombies community. Once Transit came out, and it became the cool thing to hate on Transit, mainly because of YouTubers, and I don't want to throw names around because
Transit is still a
I-
good map, bro.
I
Big head
well,
bus?
no, Transit,
Big head bus?
big head. No,
Oh,
Transit is my
that's
least
my
favorite-
shit.
Okay. Transit is my least favorite map of all time, and that's what's on my
It's,
list.
in all honesty, it's not my lowest. Transit is not my lowest.
Transit is my lowest map on my top maps, like on my maps. It's my least favorite.
Yeah,
But
you'll
here's the
find that
thing,
out next
don't think-
podcast.
I don't think
My least
Transit
favorite
is total
actually-
shit. Okay, here's the thing. I think Transit is playable.
It is.
Like,
Boss
there's a
fight is
lot of things
just
wrong with it,
forever.
but it literally became cool in the community by a lot of YouTubers. And again, I watch a lot of the YouTubers that I'm talking shit about here, so I don't want to name names. But it just became the cool thing to hate on Transit. And after that, Die-Rise came out. Everybody
Doug.
hated Die-Rise.
Doug, here, I could explain why Transit was hated so much. I could understand from the creator's perspective. Replayability? No, I'm saying replayability and content aspects. Sure, how to build shield, how to do the Easter egg, how to do everything, and then after that, the map is just, I feel the bus was a little bit annoying. If it wasn't as big,
No,
and the
if they
bus
didn't
wasn't
put
the
fog
only
in,
route,
and they put
If the
Yeah.
bus wasn't the only way to get around and you had to rely on it, it's what made the map a little bit of a nuisance.
Okay.
And Die Rise,
And
same
the
thing with
main-
the elevators. Same thing with the elevators
well,
on Die
yeah.
Rise.
Again, like, I could see, especially that, because you take Transit, and again, it's my least favorite map, so I'm not, like, saying Transit's good by any means. The main reason people hated on it was because it was, first of all, PS3 and Xbox 360, main problem. It could not handle what they tried to do, which is why the fog was added and all the maps were separated. If they couldn't put them together because it was just way too much. And they
In
wanted
all
to make the map,
honesty,
like, huge.
I would have liked to see what they would have done with Transit if they did it on a PlayStation 4.
If they had a PS4, yeah, man, I'd be down for that. But the main problem was
Low-key
that, and then
hoping
Die
for
Rise,
remaster.
Die Rise, the verticality was just not a good idea.
It's so
that was just
weird.
a horrible. It's
Can I
so
add something?
not zombies. Yeah.
Okay, well, back to like BO1, how they had the communities in like the smaller communities, and now it's way bigger. I feel like back then, like when I was playing BO2, it wasn't really a race to see like skill level and whatnot. And now
Well,
there's
you see, the thing is, when you played BO2, BO3 was already out, so you had like
Yeah.
Also,
our community
Here.
was way different back then.
taking the time, because, sorry to cut you off, but BO1
Yeah.
was probably before all of us, like our generation, started growing up and getting into consoles, which was
Yeah.
really...
Wait, did you say BO1?
Yeah, I'm saying Black Ops 1. I'm saying,
Oh
like,
no, Black
our
Ops 1 I got when
generation...
it came out. I bought
No,
it. It
I
was
know,
an
I'm
amazing
saying
community, though.
our generation, though, we kind of grew up into PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So we grew
Yeah.
up into BO3.
But like the way
and
I'm
we,
saying things,
like,
I'm
I
not
feel
saying, like,
communities were smaller back then, so people were nicer back then, like
Yeah. well,
towns.
I was
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm just thinking about like I'm looking back at what I'm not saying like when I was in the community because I was definitely not around BO1.
I wasn't. I was
but
BO2-ish.
Once BO2 came and again, not talking shit, but YouTubers also found a way because if you look at any Transit hate video, it has 3 times as many views as somebody who says Mob the Dead's my favorite map. A hate video gets way more views than a video that's talking like that's
Because
saying
people want to
somebody's
know
good.
why they're bad. They're like,
'Cause people
oh, it's
wanna know.
interesting.
Yeah, and it's again, YouTubers have to make a living, but it just made the community so like have that toxic mindset. So going to BO3, people might think now that Shadow's a good map, but when Shadows came out, it was so
There's a difference
hated. Like,
between
oh
the
my
core
fucking God,
zombies
dude.
people that out of anyone from ZWC has said it, like, Transit isn't a good map, but it's not like they milked it. There's a difference between them saying it every once and again as a joke, like you can kind of tell it's a joke,
Yeah,
and
it's a
then
meme, but like,
and
there's
then
people that
that just
like,
milk it and are like,
milk it
Transit's
for views."
garbage, and that's
Yeah.
how subreddit is.
yeah, true. Yeah, that's definitely how Reddit is. But like, not even those YouTube. I don't want to say shit, but there are YouTubers that I watch now that definitely milk that
Lex,
shit for views.
Lex used to say trans shit, but it was a joke. I was gonna say, like, he doesn't milk
yeah,
it.
like there are YouTubers that do that shit, and it's whatever. But then going into BO3, you had Shadow. Here's the thing. With communities, literally communities don't know what they want at all, legitimately at all. They want change. Shadows comes out. They bully Shadows for having too much change. See, and then Horizon
Shadows
comes
was a
out.
fun map. The Rise of
Horizon
Rocks
comes
was
out with
amazing.
literally
Best first DLC
Horizon-
ever.
Here's the thing, Horizon had no change at all. Treyarch played Horizon so safe, they made it literally Origins 2.0. Not talking shit.
Which
I love
why I
Horizon Rock.
love it so much, because
Yeah, which
Origins
is
was
why
a good
everybody
map,
loves it.
and then the Horizon's Rock is easier than Origins because it doesn't have mud.
Yeah.
Or it still has
So
the
everybody-
Panzer, but it
That's my-
doesn't
that's my
have
point.
mud.
That's my point. Everybody's saying I want change, and then they hate on change, and then a map with zero change comes out, and they say it's the best map ever. That's the problem with the community. Community has no idea
It's
what they
because
want.
people
So-
don't know what they have until it's gone. It's a true fact. You don't know what
Yeah.
you truly love until it's gone.
So, looking on BO4, this community says, "Oh, we need okay." Fortnite. First of all, Fortnite comes out and it has updates every
I don't
single
care
week.
what people say. Fortnite's a good game in the fact of it's innovative. New seasons,
I'm not saying
map
Fortnite's a bad
changes.
game at all.
You personally
Yeah.
don't like it. I understand that. I personally
No,
also
I say Fortnite
I
is
like
a
it.
well-made game.
I like it better than Blackout. In all honesty, for the fact of it's in third
Better
person.
Battle Royale.
It's in third
I
person
don't,
like
'cause
a
I'm
battle
better at
royale
Blackout.
should. Eric, you're good at Fortnite. You just don't think you are. That's your problem. You
That's
don't
because you
think that
guys
you're
always
good.
tell me I'm not.
Because you always
Well, we
hate on
can
you
show
always
people.
hate on yourself though. You always hate on yourself, and then you already feel like crap. You need to be like, okay, let's just go. And your objective is to kill and win. That's all you need to think. Kill, win, build, go.
But if you look at Fortnite, like I'm not saying Fortnite's a bad game at all. Fortnite is a very
You've never said it's bad. You just say I
well-made
don't like
game.
to play it that much. I like
I
Black Ops 4
personally-
better.
I personally don't like it, but I'm not saying it's bad by any means. Fortnite is a very well-made game. It's a very well updated game. But see, what in Call of Duty's down period with the shit zombies that World War II came out.
It's an interesting
You have-
community as well. Like it's one of the
Yeah,
most
yeah,
interesting, and just how
Yeah, 'cause you
it
have
built so fast.
The age range is good, and yeah.
You
But
have like
look at Fortnite,
Marshmallow
which-
and all that.
You have Fortnite, which does very consistent, very well-made updates, and then you go
How
into
they
Call of Duty and
they listen to the
everybody in
community.
Oh yeah, and everybody in the Call of Duty community says, you know what? I need that. That is what I need. My game will be fixed. Here's the problem with that. First of all, zombies can't do that. You can't. It doesn't work like that. Zombies, as is in its core game, can't do that. They can't do consistent map updates because that's literally impossible.
Yeah.
Seasonal stuff.
New
Stuff,
Easter eggs
yes.
every week.
New Easter eggs, new site, like that's literally impossible. And then you have people that even if we got that, even if they
How the
they
hell would
won't-
that be good? Because that much
Yeah.
content on this type of game doesn't work.
And
Dude,
so
if they
people
kept
think,
switching the Easter egg though every week, it would just ruin the game. Like for example,
Yeah.
me and Doug trying the Voyage Easter egg like for 3 hours. Imagine trying to do that and then finally you get it down and you go to play it and then like it resets to
change
the
it.
next Easter egg.
Okay.
But not
People
even.
can
It's
people
not
can
even,
argue the here. I'll add this quick before, and then I'll let
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
you
go.
go first. Yeah.
People can say, oh, people can do Easter egg tutorials. You know how
Every
old
week?
that would
That's a
get?
good
How
fucking
old
meme,
that
yeah.
would get? You would spend all your time hunting it down to get one video. You wouldn't have time to put out other content. In all honesty, if that were to happen, zombies, there goes the game. There goes the
Yep.
game. Everyone's gonna dip and be like Mini Lad, the Vanoss
Like,
crew, and
there-
just do whatever they want.
There are good ideas that I've seen, like having different challenges every week. Where go into custom mutations, do the Easter egg on like with shotguns only. Like that'd be cool. I would like that. But again, if the community thinks this is what the
Here,
community thinks.
no, this is
I'll
here. Oh, sorry, I just found out what they could add and it would actually be legit. Like you
Yeah,
said,
you
Easter
go.
eggs with only shotguns, right? Imagine having sets of weekly challenges that give
Yeah,
you
with,
hella good
like,
rewards, like XP.
and related to
that.
Easter egg, because the challenges right now
Like
are
do the
like
blood
buy
Easter egg
15
with this, or
perks.
do this, or do this in a certain amount of
Yeah.
time, and like make them
Buy-
do it.
Like
yeah.
right now, the
Or
challenges are,
community
like,
challenges,
spend
like they did in
10K plus.
BO3.
And BO3, yeah. But here's the thing. People think that just regular updates every week will save the game. But
It'll ruin it.
people don't want to admit, here's the problem with this. People don't want to admit that they're just tired of zombies. They will say anything to, like, people, you've been playing zombies for 10 years. It's
Why do you think
understandable.
Why do you think I'm
I've
starting
just
to
been
get out
getting
of
into
it?
No, but like the main community that has been saying I need this, they're like OG World at War players.
Oh.
They're saying I need this, I need this, I need this. No, you don't. You're just tired of zombies, but they don't want to admit that because they're in that mindset that zombies is the best game ever, and I can't play any other game. If I play Fortnite or if I
Okay,
play
the Smith plays
multiplayer, it's
best example ever. He
The best
just
example.
sat down
Look-
and went. I'll let you
I'm tired of
explain it
zombies.
because you've explained it better to me.
He said, basically, he said what I've been saying. He said, I'm tired of zombies. I like Fortnite, so I'm going to play Fortnite. And in his comment section, literally every single person, or not every, there's like supportive shit, but a lot of
He's
people
just
said,
a cool person. I'll watch any of his stuff.
yeah. They said,
love
well, you're a
Pat.
zombies YouTuber. You can't play any other game other than zombies. And that's how these people think is, I can't play any other game than zombies because zombies is the best. Just admit that you're tired of zombies. It's perfectly fine.
No,
Like-
see, though, this is where I think that, like, for example, sorry to cut you off, but, like,
No, that's
some
fine.
examples are, like, people hate on Ghost. Yes, I get the multiplayer.
I never
One of
played the
worst things.
multiplayer.
Like,
I've never finished the
campaign was really
campaign,
good. Campaign
but I
was
heard
really
the
good.
campaign was good.
Was, in my opinion, best campaign.
Let's not
The
talk about the
Extinction.
zombies, because
the
Extinction,
I tried
bought
that.
DLCs
It's
for that,
weird
and
as
I tried
shit.
it. It's a no. I actually love it because once you get to know it's a good change. Because once you've played zombies, considering I didn't start playing Extinction until I got bored of Black Ops 3 zombies, so I went back and playing Extinction. Best break ever from zombies
I
because
can see that, actually. Yeah.
I legit played Extinction. Just like played through the whole first thing, did like all these random challenges, beat the first part of it. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy some DLCs, bought 2 DLCs, did the boss fights in it, did everything. It was amazing. It wasn't super difficult to where it was unplayable, but it wasn't so easy that I got bored of it with
Eric,
fights.
after
It
you, I
was
have a
just
good little
there.
thing to talk about for myself.
And then,
Like, just an idea.
okay. Well, see though, Advanced Warfare, wrong idea. Very wrong.
It had a
Well,
decent
Don't do that.
campaign.
Wrong
It had a
idea.
decent
In Burger
campaign.
Town? Burger Town? Yeah, no.
Did you ever
let's
play
not
the
talk about extra
campaign?
zombies ever.
The campaign
No,
was...
but-
I enjoyed the campaign, in all
No,
honesty.
I'm not talking about
Advanced War-
campaign, because that's not my
Okay, no,
thing. It's
see,
mainly
though,
like the zombies and multiplayer was.
Well, see, though, Advanced Warfare multiplayer, the only reason why I liked it is because of a TAC-14 shotgun that shot a shockwave at my enemies, and I would watch their corpses fly, and when they died, I'd just spam it at their corpse to watch it fly even higher.
Mainly because
Exo-zombies.
Exo in general, exosuits. No,
Because
Garbage.
how the
Not good.
exosuits work
Infinite
is it's
warfare.
not like they propel you like up and
Yeah,
then
it
you
was-
move. Is they propel
Here's-
you forwards. That's the only
No,
way it
here's-
propels you. Just
Here's the main difference. The main difference between BO3 exosuits and BO4, or sorry, BO4, Advanced Warfare exosuits. BO3 exosuits help you get around the map quicker. Advanced Warfare exosuits help you evade enemies. So you would bunny hop over people, and like it would be terrible to shoot. BO3 the main function was to help you travel the map a lot quicker. So that's where the
And
difference was,
and
that's why
if you got
AW got a lot
good,
more hate.
if you got good, you could evade people. Like you could just be yeet
Yeah.
and gone. Like
But the main
it's a lot of
purpose was
practice.
just like the main purpose that they made it for was to get around the maps quicker, which is why Advanced Warfare
Yeah,
got a lot
poor
more hate.
idea for Nuketown.
Yeah, oh,
Okay,
Let's
All-
get around the map.
I'm
like
gonna
you're just
go-
halfway done.
I'm gonna
wall
go
runs
on
and
about
stuff.
this now for the whole fact of how you were saying about getting tired of zombies. I'm going to because I'm gonna say this, and I want any of you to correct me if I'm wrong when I say this, because I feel out of all of us, I've probably no-lifed Black Ops 3 enough to the point where I know it like the back of my hand. Even more than you, Doug, because I played it a bit more than you, I feel. Like zombies purely, because I only really stuck to
think-
zombies as soon as I got it. I had a PS4 before you, so...
yeah, I think you've played because we have around the same playtime.
I've
if
been
you
in
look
the
at our
community
hours.
longer than you, I feel, with Black
Yeah,
Ops 3,
I
like
think
talking to
it's
a lot
been-
of people, like Trailer and all
For
them.
me, my type of thing has been I did it over a short period of time. I played a lot over a short period of time. Dalton, yours was more stretched out, so you played
Yeah.
less zombies, but over way more time than I did.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've been playing zombies a longer time, like over a longer time period than you.
Yeah.
You've just
So say
hauled
maybe
ass.
if you put in like 2 hours every day for a year, I put in 6 hours every day for 6 months, and we
Yeah.
have like around the same time. So
Yeah, because we're both extremely good, I'll say that. But with the Black Ops 3, I feel... you'll probably feel this as well, because you were so into it with me and Trailer and the boys. What was it? That it was really it was the Call of Duty that gameplay was addictive. And it kind of stopped after that. Black Ops 2, when it was a thing, and Black Ops 3 wasn't a thing, gameplay was addictive. If you hopped on Mob of the Dead, Origins, even Town and Farm, you could have hours and hours of fun with your buddies.
like, yeah, here's the
And
thing. Here's
then-
the difference. You can tell. You can very easily tell which games are addictive for the sole purpose of having fun, and which games are addictive for the sole purpose of leveling. Because a game like Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, I played for zero reason. I didn't play because I wanted to level up. I didn't play
We're
because
just
I wanted
like,
to be
yo,
I
let's
played
play farm
because
and
I
have
wanted
fun
to have fun
and get
and
better.
have fun. Black Ops 3 and 4. Well, 3 and 4, yes, I wanted to like do eggs, and that was fun for me, and like getting better at zombies. But also like at Easter eggs. But at the end of it, and in BO3, shut the. In BO3, at the end of when I was playing, I just played to level up, and in BO4, like as I'm doing right now on Blood, I'm just playing so I can get dark matter and zombies. So things like that, you can easily tell when a game is replayable for that.
Yeah.
For my example is that I played Black Ops 1, never played the zombies to it. If I did, it was very little. No, wait, sorry.
I was
correction, played a
garbage
little
when I
bit of
played
it, because
BO1.
Oh yeah, me too.
Kino
That's straight
Kino
shit.
and 5, I was actually
Doug,
easy.
remember the
Like,
first time you played
Five.
Kino? I said, here, prone in the corner.
No, yeah,
Bam!
prone in the corner. Prone in the-
No, I remember playing Kino. The strat was you would not open up that one fence, and you would sit right there, and you'd watch them
Oh,
jump
yeah,
from
I
the
know
roof or
that
come through
strat.
the one door, and you'd have double tap. You'd be set for like round 20.
You train on
Yeah,
the
that's a good
stage
strat.
is the best
Oh,
strat
yeah,
with
that's
the thunder
straight in
gun.
the stages are way better.
It's a thunder
but
gun and Galil.
Black Ops 2, amazing game. Didn't play much. I cheated my master prestige because I sucked at the game. And
Yeah, I
knew it.
watched that. I watched
admit
that.
It. There you go.
I was like Prestige 2 or 3.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
but-
for example,
go.
though, Black Ops 3, played it a little bit, didn't get into it with you guys because, like, you guys were always so much higher level than me that I just found it unenjoyable to play with people that would just carry me through everything.
That's
Black
how I
Ops
felt
4.
in BO2.
I
That's how I felt in
But
BO2.
then there was Black Ops 4.
With who, though, Doug?
Nine.
Because I don't
I
remember
can
any
do
of us
half-
being
With
all
you,
that good
dude.
in BO2.
I didn't. Nah, you were much like I was straight shit, and you were much better than me, and I did not find it enjoyable.
Oh,
at
wasn't
all.
it because me with
from-
Nuketown, like, I could hit round 20 easy on Nuketown and you couldn't?
No. It wasn't Nuketown. It was like maps that I actually thought I enjoyed, like Mob of the Dead, which I do enjoy now. But Mob and Origins, where I would go, like, I would think I'm having fun, and then all of a sudden I go down like 17 times, and you go down once,
Dude,
and
that's-
I, even though don't like I'm not insulting you, but both of us were shit back then.
We
But we were
were.
playing on
We were.
playing on
We were
easy,
playing on
and I was-
easy.
we were playing on easy, and I was still trash, and you were like still way better than me. I didn't find it.
Yeah,
enjoyable
Doug,
at
because I
all
only
to be
played
playing.
easy. I only played
Yeah.
easy.
So like I didn't find it enjoyable at all to be playing with someone that was like marginally like way better than me.
Well, see,
So-
this is where I found it unenjoyable because I would play Origins with Dalton back when he would actually allow me to play because we were about the same level for like 2
Yeah,
months.
in
and
all
that's about as
honesty,
long
I'm
as it
gonna say
lasted.
this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm sorry. I just can't really help it. I think it's because I don't have patience. I fucking don't have patience.
No.
With
But
the
see, though, me
whole,
and Doug were playing Voyage.
I
We
get
legit
mad at
sit here for,
people
like,
if
30
they're not
minutes
good.
understanding.
if I'm playing with someone, and like we're trying,
Yeah,
like
like-
especially with zombies, and they're not good, I get pissed. I don't mean it in offense
that's
to anyone.
why-
It's just because it's like I've worked my ass off so much, and over so much time, everyone's been able to do it, and I'm like, I've
Well,
put
see,
in the work.
The problem is with that also, like with me, I'm so different. I first like if I'm playing with someone that's bad, I feel bad for them because I was that way before, and I worked my ass off to get good. Like I literally ditched all of my friends that played zombies just to play solo so I could get better. And
Dude, I had to do that for a bit for 9 and Voyage just so I could actually like carry my own weight. Because in the 9 Easter egg when we did it, I carried my own weight.
yeah, like
With
the
Okay.
like I think there was
Here.
a period where we played together like every day, and then I stopped playing with you for like 2 months, and I came back and I was like your level, and it was so weird. Like
Yeah. Here,
I never
I'll
experienced playing
explain
with someone.
this, and Eric, you're gonna be happy. Like, I'm gonna say this, and it proves me right. And this is why I just needed you to give a shit. Truly, I enjoy playing zombies with you in Black Ops 4, Eric, for the pure reason of you've been putting in work to get better at this game when I'm not on. You're not just trying to play with me, so that I can get, like, you just do stuff, and I'm like, oh, because you're doing stuff when I'm not there. I'm doing other shit. So, you're getting better, and I'm impressed by that, and it's like, Black Ops 4, you've put in work, so you know how to play BO4. Because it's the thing. I don't care what you say, if you play one Call of Duty, it's like them all.
I hate that. I hate that shit.
Play World
Wrong.
at War. Okay, play World at War. The movement system it's kind of Roblox like. And then you go
Have you
to
ever tried to knife a zombie on World at War?
and then you
It's
go to
so bad.
BO1. BO1 isn't that bad, but the hitboxes aren't as good. There's glitches, and then you move into BO2.
BO4 and BO2 are really similar. Here's the thing.
BO2, yeah, that's. I'm saying this.
Yeah.
I'm saying with BO2, BO2 is kind of the most individualistic game yet, in the fact that World at
It
War.
depends what map.
No, I'm just saying in its entirety of how it worked as a unit. Because World at War and BO1 kind of worked the same in the weird, glitchy fucking knives. And then most of the weapons were shit. World at War, most guns were shit. BO1, a lot of guns were shit. Even when Pack-a-Punch, they were shit. And the glitches in World at War. BO2 had the wonder weapons, appropriate per map, buried. The Ray Gun Mark II went over to that.
The other guns were straight garbage. Fucking
That's the thing. That's the thing. There was bad guns, but there was an equal share of good guns. That's the thing. It's not like it was all good guns or all bad guns. It was like there's both. It's just whatever you get. It's a 50-50 out of the box or whatever, unless you if you have a train strat. And then BO3 comes around where
every gun is good.
All guns are good. All guns are good.
Even the XM53 is good. Come on, dude.
Dude, that thing in the Eisendrache boss fight.
Boss fight, you literally two-hit the guy.
You brought it in when we were speed running it, I think, for fun. And then
we did the boss in like 30 seconds.
Okay,
it was crazy.
Zach, you're 100% right with the Black Ops 3 and 4 being similar with the knifing, and also in the fact of if you've played BO3, you know the system and how it feels because it's the same system on BO4. It's kind of different lighting. They lighted everything different, so it looks
the graphics
better.
are different, but if you're good at BO4, you're really good at BO3. If you're really good at BO3, you're okay at BO4. That's how it works.
That's why me and you are okay at BO4. Like, we've done Blood and 9. I've
only done 9.
And me and Eric.
We'll get you through Blood, man. I will help you guys with Blood.
And me and Eric are getting through Voyage right now. Like we're.
You gotta get me to join in on that. I'll help you. Sorry, I was doing shit today.
Also, if the game wasn't so fucked with glitches, then me and Dalton could easily do Classified. But it's just not right now because the game will crash at like 70. So.
Because we have to hit 150 and like we can easily hit 100. Like 100 can not that difficult. I want Doug. In all honesty, if me and you can go for around 100 on all of these maps, that'd be fucking legit.
Yeah. No, Zach, what were you saying?
See, I'd like to join you for that though. Like, if I get
How
better,
you're saying, like,
I at least need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, like, that's his own thing. Like, some people get bored a lot easier than other people.
Yeah, like, I understand why sometimes people, I feel that you guys question me for the fact of when I was back in my streaming days of just, like, zombies, I was going for around 100, like, 2 times a week. and I
Yeah,
was
no offense, I
going
couldn't
to
watch
round
that whole
80
thing.
and
Like, I
up.
wouldn't watch you until
Like I was just going and going and going,
here's the
and I
thing,
was
like,
I was
now-
just hauling it, and now I'm just like I don't
Now
want to do
I'm
anything
so-
really.
Yeah, we kind of flipped in that sense because like you have said like multiple times that like you're starting to get bored of zombies, and Easter eggs are the only thing like getting you through, right?
Yeah, it's also just like I'm getting bored of zombies in its entirety. Like Black Ops
Yeah,
3
no,
was
that's
fun,
perfectly fine.
and then Black Ops 4 I was so
And I don't
hyped
think it
for
has-
it.
I don't
It
think-
was hyped
I don't
as
think it has
shit.
anything to do.
And
I
then
don't think
I'm
it has,
like-
much to do with the game.
I
don't
heard
think it has much to do with the game you're
BO4.
playing.
I
think-
thought BO3 I thought BO4 that's better than BO3 because it's so hyped up. And then I get it and it's like, oh, there's so many maps. Oh my god. And then you play them and it's like this takes way longer to set up than in BO3.
I don't think
like-
it's that. I think mainly it's not the how
And like
the
a few
game is made.
like
it does
things
have a part, but it's
didn't work properly.
mainly it's just you've been playing zombies for a long time.
Because
and you've
Voyage can
done
be
a
fun.
lot.
Like me and Doug have attempted it multiple times.
No, I've said that Voyage is my least favorite map in BO4, and I think Voyage is pretty like the way the map is made is pretty shit, but you can have fun. I don't think like that's bad because Verrucht is really close, and Verrucht is a pretty good map. I just think the atmosphere isn't as good as I would hope. But
I'm kind of at that point with Fortnite as well because it's like, what are we on, season 7?
yeah. Like
Yeah.
Dylan, I've noticed like recently you've been saying,
season
like,
2,
you want new
season
games
2,
to play.
3, 4, 5, 6. I've been playing for 6 seasons, and there's YouTubers sure that
I've
are
been
keep
playing
playing
for
it,
all 7.
but that's the whole thing. There's a difference between them and me. It's kind of they have the
Yeah, like,
equipment and they
I've
have the
noticed
time,
that
and
you've
they're
been saying-
extremely good. Me, I like a game where I'm not the best. I don't have all that time, and I know I'm probably not going to be a pro gamer because of the odds and stuff. So it's like,
Yeah. Like,
I'm
you've
good
been
at
saying
I'm
recently,
good
like,
at World of
that you want
Warcraft.
games.
That's my
You
whole
want, like,
thing.
all these games to play.
If
Like, you've
I
been saying,
can
wanna
get on
buy a
World
bunch
of
new
War,
games,
if
right?
I can get on World of Warcraft again, I will be happy. Because if I can run World of Warcraft to the full extent, I can raid, I can stream, I can do everything that I've ever wanted to. I can play CSGO and do some fun stuff. I can play Rust with Zach and raid your house and do all that, man. Like, I want to do these other things, but
Yeah, like someone like me, I don't get bored of things that easily. Like I said it like a million times. I can play BO4 and BO3. I could play it until the next carrot game. To be honest, as when DLC 4 comes out on BO4, I could probably play this game for the next 3 years. I highly doubt that I could get bored of this game that quickly. But Dalton, you're completely different. As like you've done a lot of high rounds and you've done a lot of like eggs and stuff with all people, and you've done so much.
I've
Yes, and,
in a
like, you
sense
want-
I've straight up pretty much done everything you can do.
And since you're a person that likes to play a lot of games, you've been saying recently,
You
like,
go
I want to
through
play a
it
bunch
too.
of.
I'm on
you
Star
go
Wars: The
through
Old
it
Republic
very
all the
quick.
time. Whenever I'm chilling with Zach on Discord late at night, I'm like, get on Star Wars, get on Star Wars. I'm playing my Spotify and just
Yeah, but
fucking
that's
shit
also
up.
replayability, dude. Like, that
Yeah,
is
and
massive.
someone like me,
replayability.
It's an
someone like me,
MMO
like,
and
I'm-
it's Star
once I
Wars.
get
I'm like,
into it-
yeah.
like once I get into a game, dude, I'll play that shit forever.
Because, dude,
Like,
straight
that's just how
up,
I am.
here, I'll say this. The expansion that I just got through, it takes you 2 to 3 weeks of gameplay to get through it, and then there's a massive final fight to where you fight the one person, you defeat them, and then you have to
Isn't
then
that the
fight another
Chronicles thing?
person. No, it's the Eternal Throne where you are the Outlander and then you become the Emperor of, like... The Emperor of the Sith is the Eternal Emperor, and then he fucked off and everyone thought he died. And the Sith ended up hunting him down and finding out his true identity. And then you ended up killing him off and taking his throne. But then afterwards, the Jedi and the Sith are already planning a full-out war against you as soon as you take that throne, even though they were working with you trying to fix it all.
You know what I'd find interesting? Actually, is how Nick feels about like getting bored of zombies and shit. Because Nick wasn't around for BO3, but he played a lot of BO2, and he's like.
Yeah, and
into
we haven't
BO4
heard
a
from
bit.
Nick in a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello.
It's just a
Yeah,
chill, dude.
How Like, how much did you think you played BO2?
I played it a lot. I was peer pressured by Doug and
Okay.
Piers into getting the game. I'm calling the peer pressure card because
But like, did you enjoy yourself when you played it? That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing.
I find
Yeah.
with BO2 I could just play the game. Like I wasn't going for
Yeah, that's what I was.
guns fold and
Yeah,
diamond
yeah.
and whatnot. I could just play the game and just mess around and do whatever the hell I wanted because I could. Like if I wanted to change guns, I could change guns. But now I'm just going for diamond and whatnot, and it's new and different. I find it more fun than what it was.
I've been enjoying playing multiplayer
You
with
have a
you, Nick. Like it's really nice to play multiplayer with you and me and you just chilling at night because it's funny because we make jokes about people and we'll say get them their team killer and we'll just straight up assault people.
Yeah. And also, I think
it's just
that's
interesting.
The main thing.
That's why I've
That's
been liking
the
playing
main thing
multiplayer.
In multiplayer than I am in zombie.
You're a better multiplayer
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. I would
I
say
get
also.
how
I
the-
think
don't know.
I think it's because you like fast pace and you like to keep
Yeah.
doing things, and me and
I
Doug
can't
kind of
wait-
have the
I'm
time
not
to
a
be
very
like,
patient
okay, we
person.
can do this
Yeah, we're
tactically.
patient and shit.
We can.
Yeah.
I have video game patience because it's step by step by step to complete a task. People, you don't know what's gonna come out of their mouth. Like,
No, but if we're like, I don't know, Dalton, you could probably like elaborate on this because we might have different opinions, but I think that like when we do shit in game, like when a developer makes something new in a game that is really good, it is now the expectation from us that every new game that they bring out has that same thing. And when we go back to the old thing, it's not fun anymore. Like, for example, because I was like really.
I would enjoy playing
something-
BO2 right now. In all honesty, I would,
Yeah,
because it's a good game.
Well, no, but if Treyarch made a game like BO2 that had good maps and shit, but
With
no
new
leveling,
gen graphics?
no customization, no leveling, I guarantee you get bored of it after like a month.
I would,
And you can-
because
yeah.
there's no camos to go for, which kind of sucks. Leveling is cool because
So,
it usually
people
involves
say-
like some gobblegum type system or some other type thing, and it's just a fun little task to show people how long
Yeah.
you've been playing and how loyal you
So-
are, and be like, oh damn man, good for you.
So people say those were the better days. Yeah, they were fun. But now that we've gotten this new leveling system and customization, if you take that away, there's no way that we can like enjoy the game anymore. Like you've just given us something great.
Something amazing,
Yeah.
and then you're
So
gonna take it away.
the more that games progress, then the harder a good game is to make because you have to incorporate all that and then bring something new to the table. Like you have to bring all that good stuff and then some. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because everyone wants, it's like, okay, this is what you brought last time, so it needs to be better. So you have
Yeah.
to do everything you did here, but better.
It's like if I could put it into into a good analogy, it's a good analogy, all right? So before you say this is okay, listen. If you think about it like drugs, all right?
Whoa.
No. I'm like this is actually like it makes sense when you put it like this.
Does it?
If you
Because you just dropped the D word on us.
No, okay, if you do heroin, and I learned this from health class, so this is not like from experience, I don't do heroin, alright? If you
Yeah,
shoot
you do.
heroin,
Why are you lying?
He does G Fuel.
I do G Fuel. Yeah, no,
Yo,
if you
he
shoot
snorts
Here's
the
raw
thing.
G Fuel.
if you shoot heroin, you will have a certain high, right? The next time you do heroin,
And
you
it's
need
intense.
to take you need to take 2 doses of the same thing you just did to get that same high. And the next time you do it, you need to take 4 doses of that same thing to get that same high. So it's the same thing.
You gotta keep going,
You
It's
bro.
double it.
exponential, dude.
It's exponential, it's double. So
Okay,
you
I
take
have
the
a better
same-
analogy.
Okay, what's your analogy?
Okay, you snort a tub of G Fuel, like Douglas does every day.
Okay, and you feel a type of way,
You
right?
feel
And
like
you feel a
you're
type of
gonna
zest.
crap out-
You feel some
You
zest.
feel like you're gonna crap out rainbows. Okay.
Yeah. The
You're gonna
next time
crap
you do
out
that,
G Fuel.
the next time you do that, you need to
a
snort
tub of G
2
Fuel,
tubs.
It's expensive because it's $50. Okay,
Okay.
and you need to take 2 tubs. That's $100. So you're snorting $100 worth of powder.
To feel that same, yeah, and that's to feel
I
that
love
same
how
high.
Nick
Like
just you're snorting $100 worth of powder. Imagine
To
just
feel that-
imagine that much flour, $100 worth
That-
of
oh,
flour. That would just you die.
But
You're like your
that's-
brain would
that's how
clot.
games are. Like, dude, that's how games are, though. Take in,
Your
you get
eyes
something
turn
good,
freaking
and you need it to be
black
double
and
as
you just
good
go-
in the next game, and then double as good as the next game, just to have the same amount of fun. And that's the problem with this, like with games in general, that people don't see.
I feel
Is that you get bored of
Fortnite-
that shit.
My
I feel
serious
Fortnite-
question is, what is wrong with you guys? Considering you went from games to like, if you inject
G Fuel.
heroin and snort
No, it was just,
G
it was an analogy.
It's an analogy.
It's an
Fuel-
analogy.
I
Alright,
know,
it's
I
an
was
ana-
making a joke. Joe.
I feel like my analogy was better. to be
Nobody
honest with you.
attack me for making fun of you guys.
Heroin is good, alright?
God, I can't wait for my G Fuel to
No,
come
let's
in.
not
Let's
talk
not,
about I don't
because-
fucking like Battle. I don't like Battlefield, dude.
I
Battlefield.
love.
Battlefield
Battlefield is
4
really
and
shit.
Battlefield 3 were the only good Battlefields.
If
I
you
don't like
follow
that.
Douglas on Instagram, you'll see him snort G Fuel.
What?
Go at Doug.
He just posts videos there daily.
Yeah,
Of me
daily
snorting G
G
Fuel.
Fuel snorting sessions.
Yeah, but like, the thing is, I don't care about historical accuracy because that makes the game boring a lot of the time. Because
World War II
take it,
tried to do
because you can say, oh my gosh, I love being at like whatever. You can't tell me like people. Okay, you have to admit this. Okay, real life is boring as shit compared to video games. It's fucking boring.
It's also
So
really
Facts.
messed up. It is so
Have you
fucking
guys
messed
ever,
up.
Okay, wait. I have a question for you guys. Okay.
Like
Have
it's
you
so
ever
just.
had,
Have you
like-
ever realized that life is so dysfunctional outside of like games and shit? Like
Okay,
outside
you're
of
gonna
like
think we're
what
depressed,
seems to be
Dalton,
common
shut up.
sense. Most of us are, Nick. Shut the fuck up.
What was that?
No,
like-
no,
like-
we're not.
if
We're not talking about depression. It's fine.
yeah, we're not talking about depression on this one, alright? I mean, it's,
No,
no.
I
Look
said,
at-
what did Nick
like,
say?
if you're
I
talking
said,
about games,
What? No,
like,
I was,
if it-
what? I
if
was
you're talking
asking
about
a
games
question.
and shit, like real life is that adds
Dude,
like an extra layer.
snorting G Fuel Simulator.
Like
Stimulate
Take,
your
take,
senses.
like World War II for example. World War II, when it first was gonna be released, didn't even want to put camos in the game because they said it's not real life. People don't run around with tinfoil guns. Makes sense,
Yeah, they
right?
do.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Yeah,
when they
I-
added these shitty camos in the game that were like painted on, that looked terrible, and people got bored of not having any good camos to grind for, they were like, you know what? Real life is boring, so let's put in good shit. So, like, I don't think it's an argument saying a game is good because it's real life, because that makes the game boring to me. Oh yeah, that too, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, for
Do
sure.
you guys find
Yeah.
Dark Matter. BO3's Dark Matter looked so nice.
Dalton, you don't even know. Once you get
You don't
Dalton,
outlaw
you
dark
don't
matter in
know.
this game,
no,
and
no,
you
no, no,
don't
Eric,
understand.
Eric, you don't know either. Okay.
you,
Yeah, no,
you
Dalton
guys
and Eric, you
find
guys don't even know.
Treyarch's, Call of
If
Duty
you think
game,
Dark Matter looks cool, when you level it up in this game, oh,
it goes spicy.
Yes, Doug, I know. I've been killed by
It
the
go-
tryhards with it.
no, it goes more than spiky. All right, it goes way more than spiky.
It goes
it's-
above the
It goes
evolution.
purple.
Over 9,000. No, and the in between part is way better. But
Did
anyways,
you just say over 9,000?
yeah, it goes over
I
9,000.
dislike you.
Okay, go
I don't-
grab a gun.
Oh yeah, this
and
is
put it
actually
to your
getting
head.
super fucking long, dude. And we haven't even talked about Elon Musk yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking down at the paper and it says Elon Musk meme god, and I'm like, I'm waiting to
have-
bring it up.
I have a
Do
question.
you want to bring
I
it
have a
up, or do
question.
you want to save it for next time? Because we've been going
Wait.
for like an hour and a half now.
No, we
Oh,
haven't,
shit.
man. We're actually just coming up on an hour and 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine then.
Can I
Yeah.
ask a quick question before we go on to the meme god?
Okay.
Do you find like a Treyarch based Call of Duty game better or worse than a non-Treyarch
A Sledgehammer
game?
IW.
Better.
But okay, here's the thing. Here's the problem.
Or like, what do you
Here
think
is-
about the communities and the
Here's the
different
problem. Here's the problem with the Call of Duty developers. And I think I've said that like 1,000 times. Here's the problem with this fucking whatever. But here's the main problem is that Treyarch has this like fucking. They've made great games, so they have this ego thing that's been going on recently, and it pisses me off because, you know, like, if you're a game developer, that's the last thing you want is an ego thing. Treyarch, since they have this ego thing,
Yeah, like
since
if
they've always
Naughty
been
Dog had
mysterious-
an ego problem, Crash Bandicoot and The Last of Us and all that probably wouldn't be that good.
Like, okay, if here's Treyarch's
Uncharted.
ego problem. Treyarch has made great games and they've done this this one thing, been mysterious every single game, and it's worked out for them. When BO4 comes around, this is their thing. Oh, we've made good games before, so we don't need to listen to the community, right? Because we've made good games before, so we don't need to be communicative or anything. And
Really?
that's the problem.
Meanwhile-
IW,
Meanwhile,
No, you-
in the sense of Taken, oh, Treyarch, such a big company, they were pretty much shitting their pants a little bit when Fortnite was the biggest and the
Oh, yeah.
baddest thing. It's like when Black Ops 4 was dropping, it was dropping into a
I swear they
competition
panic dropped Blackout.
that
No,
was
like,
so
actually, though.
deadly.
well, no,
because
they started Blackout making it before Fortnite came out. But it was like the way that, like, if you look at the
Their
development cycle, it's been
execution was
confirmed.
like they should have like.
It's been confirmed on their legal shit that Blackout was in development before Fortnite even came out. But like, all the shit that they've added obviously has been because of Fortnite. Like, search it up. It's 100%. It came out before Fortnite. What year did Fortnite come out? Treyarch said it. What? Like, I'm not lying. It's
not
literally
everything's a
legal shit.
conspiracy, Zach.
It's not a conspiracy. It's literally in the legal shit. Like, it'd be illegal for them to fucking say that shit.
Yeah, because that's what's that?
No, it's a trademark shit with Battle Royale and shit. That's what, like, PUBG tried to sue Fortnite because they took Battle Royale. Really, I'm pretty sure, like, yes, they did, but
I find it was the same as like the Overwatch and Paladins thing. Like,
yeah.
Overwatch is just better. Don't even.
I don't
It-
think so.
it's-
I think that's a shit thing to
I
do,
can
dude.
guarantee you, PUBG did not come up with the idea of a battle royale.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. If you look at, like, it's very smart for money, but if you look at, like, how games are made, it's a genre. You can't say every first-person shooter ever copied Call of Duty. It's a genre game. It's like you saying all horror movies copied the first horror movie. Okay, and?
Everything made off of like any book ever was a copyright of like a horror
Yeah.
Stephen King.
Like,
Type
what does it matter? It shouldn't matter at all.
No, because it's horror. That was
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, that...
No, considering his bruh. No, because one of his books was like made into a movie. And then when the movie came out, someone else like remade it. It was... Oh my god.
No, but okay, back on track.
Yeah.
Like, we were talking about how Treyarch, Treyarch just has that ego thing. But well, we'll get off Call of Duty in a second, but Infinity Ward, like, they're so... you can say whatever about Infinite Warfare, but if you look at Lee Ross, who's the director of Infinite Warfare Zombies, he made so many videos on YouTube saying this is what's in this update, this is what we're doing for this DLC. He's always active on Twitter. Blendell doesn't even have a fucking Twitter. He doesn't even have a Twitter.
I thought he
Like,
did.
No, he doesn't even have Twitter. Like, and he doesn't want to get one. And his thing is, I don't want to be too close to the community because I will cater to the community way too much. We want that. Do that, please. But also, Treyarch, even if they make a shit game, they get way less flack for making a shitty game because
What's
of their
flack?
history. Like, they get less hate for making a bad game because of their history with their good games. YouTubers go a little bit more easy on Treyarch than they do on like Infinity Ward or Sledgehammer.
Because they're consistent with shit.
Yeah, so that's also the main thing. But well, they don't pay for a lot of this shit. Like Milo was really angry because Milo didn't fucking. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Milo paid for his ticket to go to Comic-Con, I think it was, to see the mystery box unveiling, and he was supposed to get an interview with Jason Blundell, and he paid for his hotel, he paid for his ticket, like really expensive. He took off on his university. Like a lot of the shit that the YouTubers do aren't sponsored by Treyarch at all. They're just doing it because it's lit.
And Treyarch's allowing them to come out if they want.
Yeah, but then when Treyarch treats them like assholes, like fucking Milo was supposed to get an interview with Blundell. Blundell said 2 things and walked away, and that was like it was fucked up, you know. Like Milo asked him questions, and Blundell, being Blundell, was super vague about everything, which is okay. It's funny for the first like 7 times, and then the next. It was
funny.
Times,
it was funny in BO3. It was funny in BO3 up to Chronicles. It was funny in
BO3. And it was, yeah, up to Chronicles. And then when the community is dying and Blundell says, no, we're going to be funny in secret. No, it doesn't work like that anymore. You're treating your creators like shit. And it's just, it's not good. But, yeah, that was, yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I forgot who went on about this and who was talking about Elon Musk and was going on a little bit of a rant. But all I have is Elon Musk meme god, so do with that as you will.
Oh, we were talking about Dude, we were talking about PewDiePie. Remember the tweet?
Oh yeah, about how
yeah, Elon Musk.
Subscribe to PewDiePie. What?
I have a question about Elon Musk.
Oh, did you guys know that? Did you guys know that Elon Musk's editor Brad, he blocked me on Twitter? Or not Elon Musk, sorry, PewDiePie. PewDiePie's editor blocked me on Twitter. So fucking good meme.
What did you say?
Brad. Okay,
oh,
so
oh,
you
wait,
know...
wait, Doug. Let me tell what you did. Yes, he did.
No, I did a joke. Okay, so if you guys have been watching PewDiePie in the last like month, you know that he's sponsored by G Fuel.
Mm-hmm.
So Brad, his editor, who's also a meme on Felix's channel, Brad got PewDiePie on to G Fuel. Like he said, "Oh, try this G Fuel. It's actually sick. It tastes like amazing. It's good for you and whatever." And Brad has always wanted to get sponsored by G Fuel, and PewDiePie got sponsored by G Fuel before Brad, and Brad hooked him onto it. So it was a meme on Felix's channel saying, "Look at Brad. He has to edit in all these G Fuel sponsorships while he's over there crying because he doesn't have one."
Oh my god, that's brutal.
Yeah.
And that's Felix's meme. So basically, I was on
Doug,
Twitter,
what did you do? What did you do? Because this does not seem like a nice joke.
Dude, I saw someone and it said, "Oh my," like G Fuel retweeted, and they said, "Oh my god, I just got sponsored by G Fuel," like some random fucking creator, I don't even know, someone like 50k subs or something. Who like I have no idea who these people are. I didn't even know. Like
Shock?
No, it's not Shock. I watch Shock. It's not him. But some random ass person like last week, yeah, said I got sponsored by G Fuel, and I replied with, and I added Brat, what the fuck? I added Brad, and I was like, yo, look at this guy. He got sponsored before you, and G Fuel even sponsors PewDiePie. You would think that they would have an in with you, but no. And Brad blocked me for that shit.
That's like, such a douchey thing to say. No wonder he fucking blocks you.
Dude, I was gonna tweet it at him again today, and I couldn't at him, and I was like, why? And I checked, and I was blocked. I was like, oh.
You want me to tweet it at him?
Oh.
You're gonna get blocked.
What are your names?
Dude, it was so funny though. Like,
you're gonna get harassment charges if you do that.
Dude, it's so funny.
Stop harassing me! God damn it!
The next day, the FBI shows up at freaking his door.
Dude, I have random people.
Because I was impersonating you
on Twitter. I have a bunch of people on Twitter that block me. I don't even know why, dude. Some person that managed.
I just got it today.
Like people, some guy that freaking manages Glitching Queen stuff. He blocked me. Don't know why. Didn't even say anything to him. Okay.
Do you like that thigh gap?
I did not say that. I really want Keemstar to block me though. He still hasn't. I'm waiting on the block. Dude.
Why do you inspire to be blocked?
Okay. Anyways, Elon Musk, Big Daddy memester. All right.
Yeah, I straight up tweeted earlier today. Note, I was just scrolling through my Instagram and saw I saw an Elon Musk in an Iron Man suit meme, and I'm like, Elon Musk is Iron Man, and I just felt like tweeting it.
Yeah, he is. Dude. No, he's
Oh yeah,
gonna,
me and
like,
Doug were playing Voyage,
so
and
fucking
Doug's like,
hilarious.
"Where's Dalton? He's on Twitter," and then he reads your tweet, and he's like, "What is this kid doing?"
yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
It was so
What
funny.
is that? I just saw Elon Musk is literally Iron Man. I'm like, okay, where the
Why?
fuck are you? What are you doing? What are you
Are
hiding?
you on edibles?
Yeah.
Yo, I read that tweet and I'm just like, why though?
This man is ascended.
I was probably high.
You
No, but
probably were. I would not
legit,
doubt it for a second.
Elon Musk tweeted out
Dalton's
saying,
17, by
host
the way.
meme review with a picture of him holding a freaking machine gun and it pointed at the camera. Like, what a freaking meme, dude.
With like an
And then
Obi-Wan
he-
looking dude in the background.
Oh, yeah. And then
Back-
Dude, that was a
And the-
child.
it was a literal 9-year-old, dude. One of PewDiePie's subs.
PewDiePie army.
Nah, but yeah. And then Mr. Beast replies, and he says, if you host
Do
meme
it and I'll
review,
buy a Tesla.
no, he said if you host meme review, I'll give you $5. And then Elon Musk was like,
That
yeah, I think he just said bet, or like he just like bet something or whatever. And then he's like, and then Mr. Beast was like $5 and I'll buy a Tesla. And fucking Elon Musk was like, you drive a hard bargain, but okay, I'll do it.
because it's a
That's
Tesla.
A Tesla. What? A
Tesla.
Tesla?
Car.
You want me to
It's
say
a Tesla.
Tesla, same shit.
Okay, whatever.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Doug did say popular.
But I shut up. I said popular earlier. Listen, I said popular instead of
No,
popular.
he was
Oh,
talking
wow.
about something being
He's Asian, don't make
popular,
fun of him.
And he's just like, oh, this thing's popular, and I'm like, you mean popular?
Yeah, listen, alright, you're bullying
Dude, it's
me
like,
because I'm Asian.
dude, it's like,
Okay,
it's like
like,
it's like the Asian Jake Paul diss track. It's like that. Oh, you want me to make fun of you? Oh, the Asian with the ah, like making fun of you
Yeah.
like that. We'll make fun of him.
Okay.
Doug, did you get Dalton into iDubbbz?
No, I have the diss track on my playlist because it's a good song. Okay.
It is a good song.
Shut
Oh
up.
yeah, Dalton. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
You guys want to get my hit or miss parody?
Dalton should hire me as his grammar Nazi.
Oh my
It's-
god.
No, you're
Dalton,
so Nazi.
Dalton in the group chat.
Oh, sorry. Here. You should use me as your grammar spell checker person that executes orders in an unorderly fashion.
Cool.
That sounds like
Wait.
grammar Nazi to me.
Shut up. I'm not.
Stop saying
I
Zach's
am.
name.
I don't know.
so
I went on Google. I'm just like school.
He didn't call him Google. He would tell some kid school to stop him. Nah, he just wanted to go see the little kid.
Nah, low key
Okay,
just visited Wayne
what
Manor
what time are we
back.
coming up on? Like how long have we been doing this?
Ugh. Yeah, just coming up on an hour and a half.
Just to end it with Elon Musk, dude. Like he's such a freaking memester. The funniest thing, like, do you know he hires people to put like he's making games in his Tesla? Like, you know the big screen on it, in the middle of the Tesla. It's literally he's hiring people to make games for that shit. He asked people to send in their best
Plays
memes.
Candy Crush
him.
on it.
He freaking
Flappy Bird.
He tweeted and he said fucking he retweeted saying cat girls are
Yeah.
Scientifically possible.
they just
Yeah.
need the funding, and Elon Musk retweeted it with some shit. He's so funny, dude. And he made the not a flamethrower. Dude, what a fucking memer. We need more people like Elon Musk.
Wait, he made
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, the not a flamethrower.
Yep, just 'cause
Okay,
he's
I
bored.
have a question. I don't know much about Elon Musk. I know he is like he owns Tesla and whatnot. I don't pay attention to this crap, Zach. Shut up.
You should be
Hey,
smart
okay.
like us.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll be smart like you.
Yeah,
Dalton.
like you.
Yeah, like you like that.
I'll be on, yeah.
Hey, how's
it's a
that
club,
AZ
yeah.
treating you, dude?
No,
Spell as
I will-
incorrectly. Wait.
Spell
Dalton, you
as
better treat me
AZ.
right, or I'm gonna expose you. I'm gonna send pictures of the group chat in your text messages.
What? I won't. I won't.
Dalton,
Zach, I
can't-
gave you that knife. Be nice, you ass.
Won't. I
Don't make me
won't.
as you.
Nice.
Doug, don't bully him. He'll as you.
Dalton can't spell for crap.
It's okay. It's a good meme though. It's good for memes. Ooh,
It's not
Transit
good for me.
shield be like
King
Yeah.
catastrophe.
catastrophe. Toaster fee. King cat toaster
Imagine having
fee.
a toaster that
the
you have to
toaster
pay-
plays over
I
here.
love that.
Fucking King
He's
No,
like-
Doug.
No,
Doug.
he showed me
King
the thumbnail
cat
on his
toaster
computer.
fee.
Doug, he
The
showed me
cat
that
toaster
it's
and you
not
got a
King.
fee.
He
It's
tried
not
to show
King,
me
it's
that it's
King.
not King catastrophe, and I was like, "Yo, why do you spell that wrong?" And he's like, "What?" I was like, "You missing the T and the R."
No, I was missing the R.
Oh,
Yeah, the R. Because I
This
freaking
is
when
why
I was
Dalton
typing, I
makes
typed
all
it
our
really
channels
quick.
banners
But
and everything.
no, I made his thing, but I was over at his house and I did it really quick, and I didn't realize. So what I was like, Dalton, why don't you just go back in and like change the text box? So I'm
Straight
like,
up just put a red fucking R. Cause I'm so lazy.
dude. So the letters are all white. They're all bolded. They have like black outlines and they all have a drop shadow on them.
And
And
it's just
I'm like, just
red
go in
fucking
and
R.
add a T. And Dalton's like, no, I'm too lazy. I'm just gonna add a red R in the middle of this white text. Cause what the
because I'm unique.
I just
I'm so
kinda,
ambiguous.
I just
Dude,
kinda,
the
I
R is
just
for
kinda,
retard. Swear to God.
I
And so he
just,
stands out in the group.
I just kinda sized it so it fit between the other letters and said okay.
This is a requirement. This is the
God
minimum. Done.
Oh yo, Doug, when
Here.
do you want to come over and do that 10 Year Zombies anniversary puzzle? I got the thing to do it now.
Oh shit,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we should
Yo,
do that
Doug, when are you
sometime.
coming over so we can build a puzzle?
It's a zombies puzzle and we can play games,
It's
nippa.
zombies.
Douglas, I want to build a puzzle with you. My kitty puzzle is 100 pieces.
100 pictures.
He's
It's a
so-
big
Okay,
puzzle. I'd be
well,
scared.
Okay,
I
that's
think
the end of the
we're
podcast.
gonna
It's
definitely
over.
end it off
It's
then.
over.
This has been the,
Yeah.
it's been
Everyone
Hi
shut the
guys,
fuck
I'm
up.
gonna
Everyone
build a
shut
puzzle
up.
now.
like, oh my god, shut up. Shut up.
Shut the fuck. It's a horrible idea. 5 people. Just end it. Just
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been the infamous No Lives. It's been myself, Frosty Cubes, Armageddon, the infamous Glaz, and Dark Rogue. All their social medias, channels, and Instagrams, Twitters, and all that are down in the description below.
Puzzle!
Go check them
And
out.
this has been the
I will
podcast.
see you all next time with
This has been
Frosted
the
Cubes,
puzzle.
and peace.
we won't be doing this ever again.